My friend is stressed. Listen to her talk. Make her feel good. If you're gonna talk on my name, Lisa, with your chest.
There's some question, I guess, about Terry's sort of complicity in what happened to Arabella. But do you think that she's sort of overcompensating in her self-care, friendship?
She realizes that she's made a grave error, terrible error. And I know that, you know, as people and as Terry, if she knew it was going to turn out how it would, she would have done things differently. Ultimately, Terry is a girl with a good heart, and she wants to make sure that everyone is well, especially Arabella, knowing what she's been through. So I think that comes through. So it is a balance of the guilt and the genuine wanting to help her friend who's experienced this trauma and wanting to actually help to fix her.
Do careful people meet with strangers from social networking apps? I mean, the king of Grindr here would say yes, but I propose no.
She's also experienced some trauma herself, although she maybe isn't fully realizing that that's what has happened. Although I think that there's a part of her that knows that sort of it's not in the up and up, but she still sort of uses it as this like badge of honor, her threesome. Where do you think that comes from? And like, you know, how did you sort of deal with that as an actor?
These days, there is, you know, it's a time of sexual liberation where people are trying a lot of things. People are experimenting a lot. So I see Terry in the sense where she was, you know, going for this threesome and doing something wild, because we see she texts Kwame saying, oh, I just had this amazing threesome. We also see her confusion as well in when she realizes that she may not have been completely in control of that situation. I think it's interesting to see that, you know, the discussion that comes with it as well. The consent, and was her consent given? Was it taken from her? You know, hindsight is 2020. And even then, is it really in this situation? So she can only look back and assess and move on from however she decides to process it as.
We need to be pregnant, babes, you know, let's go.
Literally, your birth is my birth. Ooh, we'll do a YouTube channel and an Insta page.
Obviously.
Pregnant Bays. Oh my God, do it.
Endorse us. I love it.
A lot of people are really in love with the friendship between her and Arabella. And specifically, like I've seen a lot of my birth is your birth, my death is your death on Twitter. And I'm wondering how much you know about like where that comes from, and if you're prepared to have people like yell it at you from cars and in restaurants.
I don't know where it comes from, but I found it very powerful and very beautiful when I read it. I remember thinking it was a bit of reflection of myself and my best friend, because that's how I feel about her. And so no one has shouted it at me yet. But I think it's such a powerful statement and a reflection of a beautiful friendship that I hope that people get to experience, because it's wonderful, a kind of non-judgmental, unconditional friendship, which is wonderful to see on TV.
You just remembered?
Yeah.
Stop trembling, you look like a crackhead.
I can't help it.
This is insane. We need to figure out what we're gonna do.
I've done that.
What?
I've done that.
In the US, I think a lot of people think British TV and they think like Regency period drama, like they think Downton Abbey, they think like Jane Eyre, you know, which is not representative of a lot of people's lives in the UK. Yeah. Is the show an anomaly there? What's going on in the UK media landscape as far as representation?
Well, things are moving slowly. I think a show like I May Destroy You has made a significant difference in how things will be going forward. The show is aired on BBC One, which is the #1 channel, a very traditionally conservative channel. So it's doing quite a lot right now. So I believe the show definitely is different, because we've never seen anything like this in the UK on BBC One. Show so frank and representative of a different demographic that is usually shown on television. So it definitely is a different aspect of Black representation. And I'm hoping that this is the beginning of more stories being told from a non-stereotypical viewpoint of what Black people are or what we experience. It teaches quite a lot, you know, the little things in there, the microaggressions that are addressed. I don't think anyone can watch the show and not have learned something from it, because it's wonderfully a testament to Michaela's work, packed with so much information and learning that you get, but you don't even realize it, because it doesn't feel like a school lesson, it doesn't feel like a lecture, where you're actually learning so much while going on these journeys with these characters.
I read in essence that you're a 90 Day Fiancé fan.
Yes.
I was wondering, which couple is your favorite and which couple drives you the craziest?
My favorite couple has to be baby girl Lisa and Usman. And my least favorite, Big Ed. I can't stand Big Ed. Big Ed made me very angry. Big Ed, Big Ed disappointed me, man. I watch it with my mum because we've been quarantined together, and we just keep asking so many questions, like how did they end up on the show? Why is everyone in this mad rush to get to the United States? There's so many questions, and I love it. I just love it.
Is there a reason why you haven't told him about the assault?
He's an Italian drug lord. I'm joking.